I went today to see Hadestown, the Proshot. And just as a little background, we saw it November 16th of 21 at the Ohio Theater, the touring one. And do you remember how they had the carnations on every chair?
I do.
And we were there for the first night, and it was the first night back after COVID. That was super cool.
Yeah.
Um, the Ohio Theater holds 2,791 seats. I looked that up because I feel like my journey with Hadestown has to do with the number of seats in the theater. Because you and Desmond loved the show even before we saw it, right? Like you like the music?
Yes. Actually don't know how much I listened to the music before we saw it the first time.
Oh, really? I thought
I
you
feel
both
like
were like,
I listened to it a bit, and maybe I had listened to it a lot and I just don't remember.
yeah.
I do know that I had not listened to it when we were watching the Tonys, which would have been like 3 years previous,
Mm.
because I remember us watching the Tony performance and me going, "Oh, is that the myth of Orpheus and Eurydice?" And then, "Oh, that doesn't work out well for them, does that?" And they're just performing Wait for Me, and so it's supposed to be, oh, hopeful, and he's gonna go get his girl back, and I'm like, that doesn't end. So that's the memory
Spoiler.
I have. But I assume I probably listened to it over COVID. That would make sense.
Yeah, we had a lot of free time.
We did. Um,
Well, and I remember I thought at least, I thought you guys were excited for it,
then I definitely had listened to the music,
but you
and
could have been just excited because you were out of the house.
that's possible.
But I hadn't. I
Yeah,
didn't know the music.
yeah.
And when I saw it, and at that time our seats were up in the balcony, which at the Ohio, there's the orchestra, there's loge, mezzanine, balcony, way up. And I just thought it was I didn't like I thought it was fine, right?
Yeah.
But then just this past January, we saw it in on Broadway at the Walter Kerr. Is that how you say it?
I don't know.
Walter Kerr Theater. I
Her
don't know.
care, I
I
don't
don't know
know.
who Walter is. I'm sure he's somebody important. Um, 975 seats, and I loved it.
We were a lot close. We were on the ground level that time too. We weren't in the
We
balcony.
were, but I feel like the more intimate, the better for that show.
Yeah.
Had did you how what were your differences on seeing it at the Walter
Y-
K?
Yeah. I mean, it's not even, I mean, yes, feel it did feel more intimate. I do wonder how much it would have differed if we were like still in the balcony, because
Hmm.
like we were on the floor and there's like the roof of the balcony was on over us for at least the first half, and I also think for the second half because we were in the standing room seats. And then Desmond was in second row,
Yeah.
thanks to me. Let's be so clear.
What a
And then
nice sister.
we moved up a couple rows and we're in seats. And um, but we were a lot closer, and so it was a lot better, and you could see the actors' faces better.
Hmm.
Um, I feel like I enjoyed it more, but also I don't know. I didn't have any strong feelings about the way the actors did the characters when we saw it touring. And I think that was kind of just because you're so far, you can't see all their acting choices. And
Yeah.
we were close enough that you could kind of see that you could actually like see what their face is doing
Hmm.
um on at Broadway. And then the pro shot you can definitely see what their faces are doing. Um
Oh, and real quick before we talk about the pro shot, our main reason for seeing it in January was because Desmond and you, or just Desmond, wanted to
yeah,
see Jack Wolf.
yeah,
Yeah, which I'm glad that was good. I liked him a lot.
yeah.
Um, yeah. So I do like Hadestown. I mean, I like it. And so, Lily, you
Yes.
saw
I
the
saw
pro
it.
shot how many times?
I've seen it twice. I saw it last Wednesday. No, not Wednesday. Thursday, because we had a
When did
mat.
it come out? Was that the first day it came out?
It went okay. This is the part that confuses me because the dates that it was giving is it was like the 24th through. They've added more dates. So if we
Mm.
wanted to see it a third time when I get back to town together, we could. Um, I'll be busy packing, so we won't. But I think I went on the 23rd, and it was so like I don't know if they're just doing it a day earlier. So it
Oh,
was the earliest day possible, but it was a day before. I think every time I keep getting the ads for it, and I'm like, I've gone. You can stop wasting your money on me. I've gone twice. I don't need the ad. Though I guess it's better than other ads I could get. But so I went last Thursday, I think the 23rd, and then I went on Sunday to an evening showing. And when I went on Wednesday, there were a lot more people than when I went Sunday. Um, so like when I went Wednesday, there was someone right next to me,
mm.
and there were people behind me. And then when I went Sunday, there was like less than 10 people in the theater because it was 9:50 at night on a Sunday, and
Oh,
apparently
wow.
that's not prime movie going time.
I guess not. And let me ask you, did anybody gasp at that one part? No?
Not that I heard, because there's people in the pro shot gasping.
Right. Yeah.
So I can't, if there were, I didn't differentiate their gasping from the recording gasps.
Right. And did you have the Odyssey right next door and you heard the loud noises of it
Did
during the
you?
show? Yes.
Because I've seen a couple people on Instagram talking about that they heard the noise, and I'm like, I didn't have that experience. I'm glad that you lived the terrible.
Man, they need some soundproofing between the two.
You
I mean,
would
because the Odyssey, have you seen the Odyssey yet? It's loud. I wore earplugs and I still
okay.
like felt it in my, you feel it,
Yeah.
it was right next door. And when it first started, I was like, what's this noise? It's not supposed to be. And then I realized what it was, and then it kept doing it. I was like, oh my God. Thanks, Odyssey. Um, so what do you have any particular thoughts? Obviously, you liked it if you went a second time.
Yeah. I enjoyed it.
You enjoyed it.
Um,
Did you wear
I
your Hadestown shirt like I did?
I wore it on the Sunday show, but on
Okay.
the Wednesday show, I had to wear my tunic that's got like embroidered pomegranates all over it and little birds on the sleeves because that felt very in theme
Yeah.
the show. Um, but I definitely liked it better than the Merrily Pro Shot, 100%.
I've heard a lot of people say
My
that.
my main qualm with the Merrily Pro Shot was that every camera angle, I kind of felt like they were trying not to show that it was on a stage and in a theater.
Mm.
And there were a lot of camera angles. I was like, oh, you're doing this because you don't want me to see the wings or you don't want me to see the audience. And then they cut out my favorite part from when we saw the show on Broadway, and that wasn't in the pro shot. And so I was mad about that.
Well, and that's just silly because we know it's on a stage.
Right. We
Like,
know it's on a stage.
yeah,
It's the house doesn't look like this because it's just you're trying to economize on how much house space you need. It looks like it's because we're on a stage.
right.
It's fine if we see the wings a little bit. It's
Yeah.
fine. But the Hadestown Pro Shot didn't shy away from showing the audience. I
Do
feel like
you know, sorry to interrupt you, but did they, I wonder if they filmed the Hadestown Pro Shot after the Merrily one came out? Like lean into the complaints that
no,
people
they did
had.
not
No.
because Merrily came out this past winter and the Hadestown Pro Shot was filmed
Oh, I
at
think it said
the year.
November of last year.
Yeah.
And
Of
Merrily came
last
out.
year? Yeah.
And Merrily came out December 5th.
Yes, I did. Um, yeah, but Was it really filmed that recently? I guess it was. Anyway, um, but I feel like a lot of the camera angles they did do close-ups still, but they were close-ups that were either like the actor has so much happening on their face right now that I'm glad we're up close,
Hmm.
or there were some really nice ones that were like the composition of the shot was like, I'm not going to complain that we're doing a close up on this because you've got it at a really nice angle. I think the
Hmm.
first one I had that thought for was Epic One because he's singing about Hades and Persephone and they've got like Hades and Persephone over his shoulder. And it was
Hmm.
really, really good camera angle.
Hmm.
And then obviously they like showed the audience at the beginning and then a lot of like group number, like the big energy songs, they'd end it like showing the whole stage and some of the audience. And
Hmm.
I think that's a good way to do a musical pro
Well,
shot.
and with Merrily, did we even hear the audience clap? No.
I think so. I think we even wondered, did they film this in front of an audience?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I don't remember what the answer was to that question.
Yeah.
But so this one they definitely filmed in front of an audience.
The first shot that I was like that I clocked, wow, that was really cool, was when who's the first people that go down
It'd be Hades and Persephone after Way Down Hadestown.
and the camera looks up at people looking down? Do you
Yeah.
remember? That
Yes.
was cool. That was a very cool shot. I mean, that one, it felt like they had to have like planned ahead for that. I mean, like it was the only time the camera was down underneath the stage looking up,
I think they had
I think.
one
Or did they do it
more.
one other time?
I think they did it for chant, or if it's, I think it was chant. So like right after that one.
Mm.
I think they showed the workers coming up from the hole.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, and then also leaning into the it's on stage, they showed some backstage shots before they even started. Like, um, what's his name? Hades. What's his
Patrick Page.
Patrick Page putting his cast thing, boot thing on. I thought that was pretty. And I was expecting them to hide it, to try and hide it, but they didn't, which I
Oh,
thought, I mean, that would have been too hard.
clearly you weren't on the Instagram while they were
No.
filming the pro shot and you weren't seeing, oh, Patrick Page has ruptured his Achilles. Oh, they're gonna like bedazzle the boot and work around it. Oh,
Oh, see, I knew he injured himself,
yeah.
but I didn't know about like the boot and now does Hades always have a
Nope.
cane?
They
He
added that.
doesn't.
No, they added that because of the injury.
Cassia said she thought he did.
Well, we were 2 miles away from the stage. I don't think he had when we saw it on Broadway.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's not a thing that he always has.
Okay. It was, I mean, we can Google it, I guess, later. Fact check that. Um, it was cool how it had like the hook on it and he like,
Hmm. With the dog's head on it.
yeah, that was super cool.
Um, yeah. They did have, I'm pretty sure there was at least one shot where I'm like, and they definitely paused hold on here. There was a hold because chant reprise when the I conduct the electric city.
Hmm.
He's up on the balcony, and then
Hmm.
2 seconds later he's on the ground, and I'm like,
Right.
we stopped there.
Right.
Even if he wasn't in a cast, that's pretty quick.
Yeah.
He's not getting down those spiral metal staircases that fast.
Well, someone on Reddit I just saw today was at one of them, and he said that Patrick Page did not use those spiral stairs the
Yeah,
whole time. He like
which
went out the door that was behind him and came down or whatever, which I'm glad. We don't need him to get more injured.
they're tricky stairs if you're even if you're not injured.
Right. I mean, and that boot was huge anyway, like
Yeah.
the facial expressions. Like
Hmm.
I know. Okay. So if you're there and
Yeah.
pretend you're Lucky Desmond and you have second row,
Yes. Hmm.
You can see their facial expressions.
Yeah.
Okay. But something that stood out to me, and I know this happened more than this one example, but
Mhm.
there was a part where um Hades, the camera was on Hades and
Epic,
Hades wasn't singing. Orpheus was singing.
Epic 3.
Thank you.
Hmm.
And even if you were in the second row watching it, you would have been looking at Orpheus.
You would have been looking at Orpheus. I would have been looking at Persephone.
Okay, but not Hades.
No.
But the
Maybe.
point is, like,
Hmm.
most people in the audience are looking at the person who's singing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Wait, why are you looking at Persephone in that scene?
Because we'll get into that. It's a whole nother thing.
Okay, we'll
Let's keep
circle back.
talking about this and we can circle back.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Um, so just the fate, like
Yeah.
getting to experience that, that was amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, what were you gonna say about Persephone?
I'm just gonna say, well, because I feel like there's at least a lot of parts in Act Two where she's kind of just in the background.
Hmm.
And I mean, especially if it would be Amber Gray's Persephone. She just has so many facial expressions. Every time you can see her on
Is
camera, a
that
little,
who it was for this show?
yeah, Amber
Okay.
Gray was the Proshot one, yeah.
Okay.
And the original. And
They all were the original cast, right?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. The Fates weren't. The
Oh, they
Fates,
weren't?
no, they're the UK Fates.
Why? What's wrong with the US faith?
I don't know. And I think the ensemble was the UK ensemble, the
Oh,
chorus.
okay.
Um, the main giveaway was I don't know. I guess you didn't notice because you thought they were the US Fates. During Chips Are Down,
Mhm.
they do what you're gonna do instead of what you're gonna do.
Okay, even if I had noticed that, I wouldn't have caught it.
Okay. Well, I
But of
noticed
course you
it.
would.
You don't listen to the songs as much, I guess. Um, no, but it was the UK Fates. I don't know.
I thought
I
you were going to say
honestly
they
think
said crisps instead of chips or something.
no, because it's a different type of chip.
What are you going to do when the crisps are down?
The poker chip. It's not a reference to the snap. I actually think it could have been because at least one of the original Fates may have been on Broadway or unavailable.
Oh, still on Broadway?
Because I think I saw something the other night about like the original US Fates final Broadway bow, like the other night.
Oh, so
And
they've
like
just been going along this whole time.
not the whole time, because I know some of them like left and came back.
Mm,
So I think when we saw only one of them was the original, but then they
mm.
did like maybe recently did a limited run of the original Broadway Fates.
Oh, okay.
I could be wrong, but I think
You're
that's what
probably
happened.
right.
Uh, anyway, Persephone, Amber Gray, because she's doing so much with her face every time, and it's just amazing to watch. And so, I'd be looking at Orpheus, but he's just sitting there singing some of the time during Epic 3. I'd be looking at the people he's singing about, which would be Hades and Persephone.
So let me ask you a
If
question.
Persephone's acting as much as she is.
Did you notice partway through the first time you saw it
Hmm.
how Persephone's reactions? And so you're like, I am now going to watch her anytime she's on screen the second time I see it.
You think I wasn't already doing that the first time I saw it? Because we get I mean there because the first camera shot that made me go, oh, I 100% need to watch all of her facial expressions even if I wasn't going to in the first place because I would have it was probably just Way Down Hadestown, which is like the second song she's in.
Hmm.
She's in the beginning a little bit. And I did look at her, but there's not a lot of camera angles that show them. There were some really nice camera angles that showed them though, that I really enjoyed from Epic One. Um,
They were up
at the balcony,
yeah.
playing dominoes, having a good time.
Oh, were they playing dominoes? I couldn't tell if it was, I thought it was maybe chess.
No, it was dominoes.
Dominoes.
I think I saw. from Patrick Page's Instagram. He like took a picture of their domino game once.
Oh, okay.
Um, but so I was already, it wasn't like very far into it. There wasn't a lot of things I missed. It was just living it up on top, and she's the main singer in that anyway, so it wasn't. So not necessarily. I just was like, I need to see that again because there was so much and I enjoyed it so much.
Hmm.
Um, you know, like a normal person.
What are some things that you noticed on the second watch that you didn't catch the first time around?
Um, because I was just talking about it, but Persephone's facial expressions and living it up on top. There's a moment when I don't know what's happening. I guess there's dancing happening on stage. I don't know what's happening because I don't think she's singing at that moment. But like Orpheus and Eurydice have like a moment and she's like, oh, cute kids or something. She doesn't say that, obviously. But like her facial expression, I feel like it was both. She managed to somehow do both happy for them and also a little bit sad. And
Mm.
that one was just like, oh, that's great. Um, and then what did I say? I feel like there wasn't a whole ton that I was like, oh, I completely missed that the first time. Oh, when the intro to Living It Up on Top, which may be part of living it up on top. When like Persephone's like leaving Hades, he's doing reactions to it that I don't think I like fully was focused on the first time.
Mm. Well, because you were busy looking at her.
Okay. Listen, you that one, and then it's probably the main one. I don't feel like I missed a whole lot the first
You
time.
don't usually.
No.
It's me that misses the stuff that
Well,
you have to
and
fill me in.
especially when it's like it's not the whole stage the whole time, so it's I'm not having to look everywhere.
Right.
It
So
is
you're
like,
seeing whatever the editor
yeah,
wants you to see,
yeah.
basically, I guess.
And sometimes I'm trying to look past what the editor wants me to see, and
Yeah.
they're showing Persephone in focus, even though she's in the background of this song, and I want to know what her reaction to it is.
There was some amazing camera angles and shots towards the end
Doubt
that,
comes in.
that was like with Orpheus in the middle and lighting and
Mm-hmm.
I mean it was I don't know what I don't remember that being that amazing live.
Um, yeah. And I don't super remember when we saw it on Broadway, but I kind of feel like maybe they did Epic 3 differently.
Mm,
Maybe the staging was slightly different, but I'm not sure. And so then it looked different for you.
hmm.
And then the camera work for Doubt Comes In was crazy.
The camera what?
The camera, like the camera shots and angles and the editing for Doubt Comes In
Mm, hmm.
was crazy.
Yeah.
Good.
Crazy good, not crazy bad.
No.
Yesterday when we were at the airport,
Mhm.
when we got on the first walkway, I was
Yeah.
like, Desmond, you want to do the wave for me?
Yeah.
And Austin's like, what's going on? And so I was like, let me show you Austin. So I like pull it up and he's like, yeah. And like Austin wants Desmond to
Right.
make a fool of himself.
Did Desmond do it?
Desmond's like, I am not doing that. We would piss off people and like we wouldn't because it's not that busy.
Right.
And there wasn't that many people that it would be like we'd get in their way or whatever. He's like, I think it's overdone, Mom, which it probably is at this point. And I was like, what about a different one? What's another show that's got like a turntable? And he said Hamilton, but, and I think we got distracted in our conversation, but I was trying to think if there's a, I mean, I know there's a turntable for Hamilton, but there's not like is there an iconic thing that you could do like everyone's doing for Wait for Me on those?
Could do something from Schuyler Sisters.
Yeah, that's kind of what popped in my head, but I couldn't think specifically.
But also, you could just do a different song from Hadestown. You could just do like,
But
and
when else are they walking on the thing like that?
but they're doing it a lot, and it does look cooler. Like Chant Reprise, they do it, but it looks cooler for that because it's like it's important that they're like circling each other, not necessarily
Mm-hmm.
that they're moving.
Yeah.
Uh, but you could do Chant Reprise or Chant.
I mean, you guys are flying out next week, so
Yeah, I'm sure Dad would be thrilled if we take a moment from our airport travels to just pause and do that. You know, when we land in Spain and he's making us run to immigration, I'm sure he will love if we take a moment to film content for social media.
I'm just saying. Well, and then so Desmond, he agreed that he would do it if there's ever a round walkway.
When I'm gonna
Nothing.
have him get on the baggage claim conveyor belt. Even though there's 100% signs, and that's a good way to start our Spain vacation with being arrested in Spain. Guess we'll do it when we get home to Columbus. We'll just do
Yeah,
a baggage claim for
yeah,
Columbus. Because Dad will go and get the car, and so then Dad won't be allowed to see us do it.
right.
Just be Masha.
I got distracted by the airport.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay,
Maybe we
so
get back to Columbus, like
yeah.
we'll do.
Although, are there even any walkways in Columbus?
I don't know.
I don't think there are.
It might not be.
It's not a long enough terminal.
Hey, well, if we've got a
Well,
long way over.
I'm sure you'll have a layover like Detroit, Atlanta, something.
I'm sure we know what it is. We have I'm just not gonna go look, but um I will say the one thing that and it's not the one thing, but the major thing that I didn't like as much in the Pro Shot versus when we saw it on Broadway is in Chant, the first one. Um, when like, Eurydice is super struggling and Orpheus is just off to the side writing his song.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the when we saw it on Broadway, Orpheus fully had his back turned and was like writing at his desk and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And the Pro Shot Orpheus, he was kind of sitting on a stool, but he was facing the audience.
Mm-hmm.
And so I kind of like when we saw it on Broadway, I was like, oh, it's fully very clear, like, oh, Eurydice called out to Orpheus one time and he did not turn around. And so then he doesn't want to make the same mistake again. And then he turns around and that's actually the mistake the second time.
Right.
Uh, and like it still works because it is like she is trying to get his attention and he doesn't pay attention to her.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like because his back wasn't fully turned, he was just kind of like, she's still in his peripheral vision.
Yeah.
But I feel like camera work wise, it's better that we can still see him and not just his back.
Right. Yeah.
Get it?
Yeah.
And it doesn't hurt it that much. But
Mm-hmm.
I also really liked the Pro Shot because we could see the costumes up close.
Which,
And we could see the inside of Persephone's sleeves, and so
yes, that was what I was going to talk about.
you could see all of the horse. I think it was probably horsehair braid inside of them, so that they're like stand up that much.
What is a horsehair braid?
It is. It's not. It probably at one point was made from horsehair. I don't think it's made from horsehair anymore.
Okay.
It's like plasticky, but it's kind of flexible, but it adds stability to things. So
Okay.
I've used it for like skirt hems to make them flare out or sleeves to make them stand up. And so it's like firm but kind of flexible so you can bend it and stuff.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
it's kind
her
of what it
that was so cool.
yeah.
That was like the thing that stood out the most to me in costumes was the thing on her shoulders.
You couldn't see it as well in her black dress. It was a little more clear in the green one.
Oh, did she have something going on in the black one?
Well, it's the same dress and the sleeves are the same shape, so one would presume that there is.
Mm.
But maybe it was like you can get black horsehair, and so the black horsehair better blended better than if they had like clear horsehair or they tried to dye horsehair to match the green.
Mm-hmm.
So you had a better color match with the black, possibly,
Mm-hmm.
is my guess. But
Have you ever worked with horsehair?
I've done it for skirts.
For like a show or
Yeah,
your own
yeah,
stuff?
for show
For
skirts.
what show?
Think we used it for Importance of Being Earnest
Mm.
for the like 1890s flared out skirts. I don't think we used it for Cinderella. We didn't use it for Cinderella because most of them had petticoats coats for
Mm.
Cinderella. But
And
yeah,
it's not really horsehair? It's just
not
plastic? What
it's just
now?
I think it's just plasticky
Hmm.
because you can melt the ends and stuff.
Oh, okay. What other costume things did you?
I mean that was the main one that I haven't noticed the other two times we've seen the show
Mm-hmm.
because that was the thing that really stands out closer. Orpheus had a necklace. Don't know what was up with the necklace. I don't know if other Orpheuses have had the necklace.
Hmm.
It was like a coin kind of circle, but it had a hole in the center and it was quite large. You didn't notice that at all?
Mm-mm. But now I'm curious. I'm assuming it's part of his costume,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, it matched the style of the costume, but I don't know if other Orpheuses have had
Right.
a necklace. And it would be probably very easy to check because you can just look at the Hadestown official Broadway videos because they'll be
Yeah.
in costume.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, I got to like appreciate the red lining of Eurydice's coat more.
Mm.
It was nice. I did kind of see the seam of the Hades tattoo, which I didn't like. Because you're not going to see that from a distance at
Who has
all.
a Hades tattoo?
Hades. Hades
Oh, Patrick Page's, yes. The on his arm,
bricks. Yeah.
the bricks. Did they have that in on Broadway and stuff?
Yes, you in fact asked what the tattoo was after we saw it on Broadway.
Okay. Well, there
So
you go.
it's a thing you've noticed before. Uh, but you could kind of see like the seam on his inner arm.
I saw it like where it was near his watch, kind of.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But you know, you're not gonna see that
I mean, that's okay. Yeah.
any distance away.
No.
Um, those were the main costumey type things. Oh, Hermes, his feathers on his coat sleeves. There were some really good angles where he had his arms out like here and was gesturing, and so then the feathers were like waving a little.
Oh, I didn't realize that. There's feathers.
Yeah, he's got like there's
I
like
need to
three
see it a second time.
on like. Great, I get home on Thursday. I will go with you. Um, there's only it's like they have like a 11 showing and then a 1 p.m. showing. So it's like,
You've already looked up the times.
yes. Well, because like I saw the thing about the run was being extended, and so then I was like, oh, is it being extended at the Columbus Theater? And so then I looked at the Columbus movie theater, and sure enough, they were extending. Well, because then I was also trying to see if we'd be able to watch it with Desmond, but I was like, if it was the evening one, maybe I don't know what time he gets back. But I was like, oh, it's 1 p.m. So and that's why I remember because I was like, well, Desmond probably is not going to be back at 1 p.m. I don't know
Right.
anything about the schedule. There is a fun fact about the flowers in the show, and the fun fact about the flowers in the show is that, at least according to the Hadestown UK social media accounts,
Okay.
it's not a carnation, it's a ranunculus.
Okay.
And if you look up ranunculus, it doesn't look like a regular ranunculus, but apparently there's a ranunculus called the Hades ranunculus, and it does kind of look like that ranunculus.
Are we sure that maybe in the UK they call
The
a carnation
carnation
a
is not called
ranunculus?
a ranunculus.
Kind of like how
Um,
a buckeye is a conker.
this is a possibility. And then we can just cut this little thing. But I think it's a fictional red flower and they both look similar to it. but carnations are the cheaper ones, so they're used when you need to give flowers out to people.
Yeah, they're really.
Um, anyway, Flowers the song.
Hmm.
Um, it was really good. It's one of the songs that if I'm listening to the entire album on shuffle, I will listen to it, but I'm not into it. I'm just like, yep, that's a song. It's a little ballady. It's a little slow. It's fine. But the performance that was in the pro shot from I think she pronounces her name Eva Noblezada. Um, well, it was great. She was so emotional with it.
Was
And
that the one she was crying?
yeah, when she's all alone on stage and she's in her Hadestown uniform, and it's right before Orpheus runs up and then has to climb the little lighting
Mhm.
boom. Yeah, that one. Um, and yeah, and then she was crying, and then she was,
Which I
and
does she normally? I mean, we haven't seen her on Broadway.
no,
She wasn't the person who performed, but I mean, that messes up your singing voice. But also,
yeah,
is it her last song before intermission?
no, it's after intermission.
Oh,
I mean, she's got a little bit of a break from singing,
I'm
I
just
guess.
curious, did she just do it for the pro shot, or did
Mm.
she always cry like that? Is my question.
That's a possibility, but I also feel like I saw a thing on Instagram of people talking about the show, and I feel like I think I saw a thing about her losing her voice right before the pro shot recording or
Oh.
something. And so I'm curious if she like upped the emotionality because she wasn't gonna hit some notes
Mm.
or like knew her voice wouldn't support them as much as she needed to.
Hmm.
And if you make it more emotional, then you
People
don't have to
forgive
like
you.
you don't have to hit him nice
Right.
because you're acting your butt off and it's really very very emotional.
Hmm.
And so they don't care that you're not hitting the pretty note pretty. Um but also yeah, to your point, if they like, recorded that song and then cut for a bit,
Right. Let her
then she
get rid
couldn't.
of the phlegm and stuff.
Yeah. Um but I don't know when, because she definitely still had tears on her face when Orpheus runs up
Hmm.
to her right after that song. So,
Hmm.
but they could have cut before they hit Chant Reprise, which is the next song after that one, which is where Hades finds out Orpheus. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. I'm lying to you. It's not Chant Reprise. That's the next one she sings in, I think.
So she's not singing in the next song.
Well, yeah,
Lily, if you don't have all these tracks memorized, I don't know
listen,
what.
because it's not a song. It's Come Home With Me reprise, which is when Orpheus shows up, and then
Papers.
Papers, and then Paper. Here's the thing: I knew it was Papers instrumental, which is the fight scene. I didn't know if there was an actual Papers before Papers instrumental.
There is. Papers. You're
Great,
not from
Papers,
around here, son.
Papers
Intro.
instrumental.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Okay.
then nothing
Intro.
changes.
And then
And she's not in
Nothing
that.
changes, which she's not in. That's the Fates. And
And
then
if
If
it's
It's
true,
True, which she's in the end of, I believe. She's on stage.
her
I
name's
don't
not listed on the OBC.
She could be singing. I don't know if she is or not.
So she can cry in flowers. She's got plenty
She's
of
got time to
recovery time.
recover. She doesn't need to sing good until probably Chant Reprise
Yeah.
or the end of If It's True. And if it's Chant Reprise, she's got how long in there too, so she's got oodles of time.
Yeah.
Um, she's not even on stage for some of that time. She could be
Hmm.
drinking water.
Yeah.
Um,
She'll be getting her fixing her makeup.
yeah. Um, but yeah, that was a really good song and made me like the song because
Mm. Hmm.
no, it's not bad. It's a solid song. It's just,
Yeah.
it's there.
I feel like that happened to quite a few songs for me today. I can't tell you which ones, but
Could you tell me what was happening in the song?
just okay.
Mm-hmm.
I've listened to the original cast recording
Yeah.
a few times.
Hmm.
But for some reason, seeing Patrick Page sing those low ass notes, like, holy fuck. Like, I don't know. I'm just respect. That's just
Yeah.
woo. Also, I thought he was gonna cry for a minute. Um,
The close up of his face during Epic 3. Yeah.
yeah, Epic 3.
Yeah.
Is
Uh,
that the one where Orifice is singing, but the camera's like closer to Hades?
uh-huh.
And yeah. Yeah, I thought for sure
And
he didn't, but I thought he was going to. I was like staring at his eyes. Wait a minute. That tear
there
again.
there were tears. There was chin quivering happening.
There was quivering, yeah, for sure.
Um, Maybe he did during Promises, because
Mm.
he's just standing there hugging Persephone for a solid 2 minutes.
Yeah.
The one right after Epic 3, which may or may not be my favorite song. Sorry. Focused.
It is
Focused.
okay if it's your favorite song.
Right, okay. I just feel like I have a habit of picking weird songs to be my favorite songs from
That's
musicals.
okay, Lily. You're weird.
Okay, listen. You know how, like, Turning's near the top of my list for Les Mis.
Oh, before the
And
show started the other
Mhm.
night, I was like, all right, listen, boys, if they happen to turning the full length,
Did
we're
they do
not
Turning
telling
the full
Lily.
length?
No, they didn't.
Thank God.
But I was like,
They
we are
did the
not going to
full
tell,
length Turning and I wasn't there.
we're not telling Lily if they
They
did.
know the song good enough that you know that they didn't do it, right? It wasn't just you thought they did the whole song, but because you only listened to the 40th
Well,
anniversary, not
you
the
know,
40th anniversary, but
that could happen too. But they all actually took out Gavroche getting killed. I'm not sure why.
I mean, I guess maybe it was because it was staged concert.
I mean, that's what Desmond said because there's no way to show him like coming over the barricade. But
Yeah.
so what? There was no way to show half the things and they still
And
did
like
it.
maybe it was hard for the kid to like cut off without dying. I don't know. He's gotta die. What if that was someone's first time seeing Les
They
and
think
he didn't
Gavroche lived.
die?
But like when everybody gets killed at the end,
Mhm,
the way they do it, like they make the noise for the gun
mhm.
and then they would go like this,
Yeah.
but they didn't fall to the ground or anything.
Right.
So they're representing that they're getting killed. So I don't know why. I have no idea why they took the poor kids
If they were
big
gonna cut something,
time.
you could have put a verse back into a song. Though I guess I wasn't there, so I don't have any stake in this.
Right.
Um,
Okay, I'm
anyway,
sorry, we got
my favorite
distracted.
song from Hadestown.
Back to Hadestown.
One of my favorite songs from Hadestown is Epic 3 parentheses they danced close parentheses,
Mm.
because it's such a little
Is
fun
that
tune.
when Hades and
And
Persephone are
Persephone are
dancing?
dancing.
That was great. And that he was still able to do it with that boot on.
And the moment at the very end of the song before they're just hugging each other for all of Promises, when he throws his cane off, I think one of the Fates catches it.
Yeah, who caught that? I was like,
I
who?
I think it was a Fate, because I think the Fate has it when we go into his Kiss the Riot.
Mm.
Um, and then he threw it off, and then he was just going to Persephone with no cane. That was pretty good.
Which I was nervous.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not going to show it if he falls, obviously, but I still
It
was a
was
little
just like
nervous.
a couple steps. He's got
Yeah,
a really thick boot on.
yeah, it is a pretty thick boot
And then he's got Persephone there to support him
to
for
catch
holding
him.
the scene. Um, but yeah, I really like that. My one is the one thing, like, and they did change the choreography for him to be able to do it. They did have to cut the part where both Orpheus and Eurydice and then Hades and Persephone do it in that point, but Orpheus and Eurydice do it in All I've Ever Known. I think, is like the woman's doing the like kind of back bend out of the arms and like letting her arms fall down.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so then they couldn't do that, and that's a really it's a fun moment, and it parallels the two couples more, but it was still a very solid scene and a good scene.
Right, which I actually like thought that as I was watching it. I'm like, how different is this from what it was originally?
I don't think it's because it's not complicated dancing anyway.
Right. You
Because
mean
they're
the
just doing,
original dancing
yeah,
wasn't
it's just
complicated?
a lot of like little steps, and most of the running is when like Persephone does her little run arounds.
Right, she's the one doing it.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
so that was the only one that I like super noticed because it's like it it's a move that comes up twice. And then when they do it, you're like, oh, Orpheus and Eurydice did that earlier. Which I
Hmm.
actually don't know if they did it during All I've Ever Known. I don't remember.
You
And I
saw
should
it
have
twice and you don't know?
I was focusing on other things. But
On
also like,
Persephone.
no, because she's not in that scene. Actually, that's a lie. She's probably standing off to the side. Because if they just don't do something, like I didn't remember going into that song, oh, I need to remember if they don't do this. If they don't do it, I don't.
Right, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
then there was a whole show. And so I didn't, a whole show happened.
Right.
I will say, I know I liked the camera angles, and I feel like they really helped tell the story in a good way.
Hmm.
I didn't like fully cry ever though. And I did when we saw it on Broadway. And I feel like just because of the like recording versus live theater element
Hmm.
of it, it made me less emotional.
Did I
But
cry on Broadway? Because I did today. Just
maybe
a
you did.
tiny bit, but I don't remember if I cried on
I
Broadway.
know I definitely cried more than you on Broadway
Did
because I
you?
think I said how many times I teared up, and you
Mhm.
said, Lily, that's crazy. Probably not those exact words, but you were like, "What do you mean you were crying?" And I wasn't. There were tears. I was like in
Right,
the
yeah.
eyes. They weren't coming down my face. I
Right.
did cry when I did cry the second time saw it. I didn't cry the first time,
Hmm.
but like there started to be tears, but it wasn't
Hmm.
enough.
Hmm.
I could have also been dehydrated. That's a possibility. Um,
Wait, did you
but
cry when you saw it in Columbus? No.
I don't think so.
I mean, it just seems so far away.
So far away.
Hard to cry.
And like the things that get me are more of like the small things and stuff.
That you need to
Yeah.
see.
Um, I think I cried at the very end the second time. And then I cried at, oh, this is what I was telling you earlier before we got cut off. And then like I cried at the end, I think probably at like Hermes's lines in Road to Hell reprise.
Hmm.
And then raise our cups. Um, and so that's when like tears were coming out of my eyes. And then did you stay through all of the credits?
Yeah.
Did you saw the video they had at the end?
Well, I was talking to Susan when I was, so maybe I
Uh,
missed it. What
well,
happened?
they had like, well, while
I
the
mean, I
credits were
saw
rolling,
little
there
videos
were videos
while
up
the
to the
credits
side.
were going.
And then after all the credits had gone through, they had the video that was like the first lights test for Wait for Me from the off-Broadway production.
Oh, I'm gonna
And
have to
like
go see
there
it again.
and that was after and it was like after the little videos had played and I'd gotten up and I'd started to walk, but I was walking slowly because I was like, I don't know if there's still something. And then they played that video that was like from 2016, their first lights test for Wait for Me, and it was like someone like swinging it and then like someone was singing it just so they could check the timing for it, and that got me a little emotional too because I was like,
Did
that's
it? It said up on the screen it was from 2016.
yeah.
Oh,
It
okay.
was like 2016 first Wait for Me lights test off Broadway
Mm.
production.
I feel like when we saw it on Broadway,
Hmm.
I mean, I'm not gonna say I cried, but I feel like I got emotional with those lights. Like, and I don't know why. Like, what is about lights flying around the stage? But it just was so
Yeah.
cool.
Uh, and I feel maybe it's like a more of the like bringing the audience into the story more because the lights are like shining at the audience and going into the audience
Hmm.
a little bit. And then it's also very impressive.
Yeah.
And the way they shot Wait for Me was really good.
Hmm.
And the lighting was very impressive.
Yeah.
Um,
When I was worried that that scene wouldn't be as cool
mhm.
on a screen,
Yeah,
but they ended up, I thought, they did a good job.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't think it hit me the same way, but it was still like very good.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, yeah, but what did I what got me teary-eyed for? And I do think most of the stuff that got me teary-eyed when we saw it on Broadway was stuff that was like a connection with the audience moments, and so it makes sense that they didn't
Mm.
play as well for
Hmm.
the theater.
The
The
Hades
musician.
cane work.
Oh, the Hayes King work. I did most of it. My main thing was the him throwing it to the side during they danced.
Mm.
Uh, but also the I feel like because of the size of his boot, he had to walk weirdly. But I feel like most of the time when he was walking weirdly, it like almost looked like uh some sort of large feline, panther, tiger. What's it called? Stalking. That kind of like a
Yeah.
that kind of walk.
And I think because it was rounded, that
Yeah.
played into that too.
Yeah. And so I feel like that just like helped add to the character even more.
Yeah. I
Uh,
wonder do you know how soon before the performance he injured it?
like a week.
Oh, really?
It was or like 2 weeks. Max 2 weeks.
Like,
Because
had he had the
it
surgery to
was
fix it, or
I don't know about that, but I know it was like he I think he stepped off a curb wrong
that's what Nora did?
in and it was when they were already in London. So it might have been
Oh,
during
wow.
during their West End run
Yeah.
before the pro shot. And
At
then
least they have universal health care there, so he could.
yeah. Uh
But because like just okay,
mhm,
so you know how I sprained my ankle
yeah.
last week, and I was contemplating bringing a cane,
Hmm.
and it just felt like more of a hassle because like you gotta figure out how to walk with it,
Hmm.
right? And once you figure out how to walk with it, I'm sure it's beneficial.
Yeah.
But I was just thinking about him and like he had that down walking with that cane. It was like he'd been walking with that cane for months. You know what I mean? Like it
Mhm.
wasn't
Yeah.
awkward. He must have done a lot of practicing. Um,
Well, I'm not positive. I'd have to look it up. But like they
we'll fact check.
probably pulled him like he wasn't in the shows leading up to the pro shot.
Oh, were there shows leading up?
I
Like,
think so.
oh, okay.
I'm not positive what that timeline was. But like, I mean, he was already in London when it happened, so they were at least like in the rehearsal period.
Getting ready. Yeah,
So there was time blocked out either for rehearsing or to send someone else on as Hades to make sure he can go on as Hades for the pro shot.
right. What else has he been in?
Um,
Because
he's
that
been
voice.
in, he was in Hunchback of Notre Dame, Notre Dame, Notre Dame, Notre Dame.
Who did he play?
He played the bad guy, Frollo, I think his name
Oh,
is. Um, and then that's the only other theater thing I know of. He was in season 2 of Schmigadoon. He was the bad guy. And then he was also in the TV show Gilded Age
I don't know that.
as a railroad like railroad tycoon or something, anti-union guy. Likely role for him to be playing. But I'm not sure about other theater work off of the top of my head.
Okay. I just his voice is
Yeah. Um,
crazy.
and then he was both him and Amber Gray, the Persephone, were their roles off Broadway as well.
Oh,
Like
okay. They started it.
they've been in, yeah, they've been in the entire run. I mean, not the entire run, but like they were off Broadway and then they were Broadway. Whereas like there was a different Hermes, there was a different Orpheus, and there was a different Eurydice.
What else has Amber Gray done? Do you know?
She was Helene in Great Comet,
Oh.
and then she's currently in Rocky Horror
Oh, who
as
does she play?
Riff Raff, I think. And then she was, I think, like the Warriors Lin-Manuel musical. I think she was like in the concept album for it that came out
I wonder
recently
if she's gonna
or
be
something.
in it.
Yeah. And those are the shows I know of that she's
Hmm.
done.
All right.
Yeah.
I know it uh Eurydice and Orpheus. They're in Great Gatsby.
Yeah, because you follow their social media. Um, she was in, I think she was in Cabaret, or maybe both of them were in Cabaret right before Great
You
Gatsby.
keep hopping around to shows together.
Yeah. Um,
Okay, now here's something.
yes.
And I know this is something we talk about a
Hmm.
lot for different shows, me, you, and Desmond.
Hmm.
The director's choice
Hmm.
for Order of Bows.
Yeah.
Now,
Hmm.
I kind of disagreed
Yeah.
with the bows with Andre de Shields. Am I saying
Yeah.
his name right?
Hmm.
Being fourth to last. Was
Yeah.
he fourth to last or fifth to last or whatever?
Yes. It was him and then it was the four
Yeah.
couple. Um, First of all, I'm curious.
But then, hold on. But
Yeah,
then
because we were about to say because he
the
came out
credit list, he's
late.
number two.
Yeah.
Like, they go, shouldn't
Hmm.
whoever was the last one to bow should have been
Yeah.
the first one in the credit list,
Um,
unless they're in By River Prayer and stuff.
yes, or alphabetically.
Have you ever seen a credit
They're
being alphabetic?
alphabetically if it's on the album.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know what the rest of the credit list looked like. But I'm
The
also
first two would be alphabetically, though.
right.
What's
Um,
his name? Steve C. Begins with C, doesn't it? Carney or something?
oh, Carney, yeah, Reeve Carney.
And then Andre De Shields.
Yeah. Well, I was saying it's alphabetically by first name on the albums,
Oh.
not last name. Um, but I'm one, and I don't remember what order they bowed in on Broadway,
Mm.
but they needed to give Patrick Page more time to get down there because like he came out a little later than the three of them anyway.
That's
Like
right.
they had to give him a little time.
Mm-hmm.
So he might have needed all of that time to get because I think he was last in the balcony.
Mm-hmm.
So even if they don't normally do it that
Yeah, that makes sense.
way, it makes sense that way. And like you gotta have Orpheus and Eurydice bow as a pair.
I mean,
So
those
on
two I
Shields,
feel like should be last.
yeah, which they were
Right.
because it was all four of them came out, but then they started
And
with
then
Patrick Page.
Persephone would need to bow and Hades bowed. So if they were
Yeah,
just doing it later because of Patrick Page. But
yeah,
Hermes does sing more. I feel like he's got more
because
lines
he's the
than
narrator.
right.
Yeah,
Okay. So I feel like it should
and
be
I also don't. Yeah,
Orpheus and Eurydice last and and Hermes before them and then
yeah.
Hades and Persephone before them. But dude with the boot
Hmm.
took too long. Okay, that makes sense. But do you agree with the list that had, unless it's alphabetical order,
Yeah.
but like, should Andre DeShields be above Eva? I'm not gonna try and
I
say her
mean,
last name.
it could also be like a contract thing.
Yeah.
Like I
Which
don't like
they do for like
for movies and
movies and TV shows
posters.
and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Um, I don't if it was it Reeve Carney and then Andre Shields and then
Hmm.
even Iblazada?
Hmm.
Uh, I don't know. I feel like they're in it probably about the same amount.
I feel like I worry too much about bows, but I do this with every show. I disagree with that. You can direct the show however you want, except for you're messing up on the bows.
Yeah, sometimes they do that.
Um, oh, what
Well,
about the musicians? You wanted to talk about the musicians.
yeah. Well, I just like that there were camera cuts of them. Like
Mm-hmm.
during some of the instrumentals, we got some close-ups of the pianist hands. I liked that they showed the trombonist warming up backstage during the little intro bit because it's
Yeah,
an important instrument in that show.
is a very important.
And then they gave, there were some good cuts to him as well during it.
Hmm.
And then they did like good close-ups on all of them during Our Lady of the Underground,
Hmm.
where she names the opening of Act Two, where she names all the musicians.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I always wonder if the person playing Orpheus knew how to play guitar before they got cast.
I'm curious if the Fates knew how to play their instruments before they got cast.
Oh yeah, what instruments do they play?
Accordion and violin, and then the third one has bells for his Kiss the Riot. So the bells aren't hard.
No.
But and like she's not the fiddler isn't doing a lot of like not serious playing.
Hmm.
Like not like a super fast thing or anything, I don't think,
Hmm.
for most of it.
But
Um,
it feels like for an audition call, you would just be like, we want a
yeah,
soprano who can play the violin
yeah,
and a tenor who can play the, I was gonna say bagpipes, the accordion
yeah,
or whatever. Were they a tenor? Was it the bigger one? Was the
yeah,
playing the accordion? Were they, I think they were a tenor, right?
probably. I mean, I feel like also you're like, oh, I want to go out for Hadestown. Let's see if I can pick this instrument up enough that I can be like,
Good.
yeah, I can do that.
Right.
I've got that. I'll
Yeah.
be fine. Uh, Especially if it's not like super like, I mean, you sing, you already understand how music works.
Right. Yeah.
And like maybe they've played the piano before or something,
Hmm.
and then they just need to do a more complicated,
Yeah.
different instrument.
I
Uh,
saw something the other day about the little notebook that he writes in,
mm-hmm,
how it like keeps getting passed and like
mm-hmm,
they really write it, draw in it and
mm-hmm.
write in it and stuff, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. Now he's written in both the Broadway and the West End notebooks.
Right.
I'm assuming they're separate notebooks.
Right. They don't bring it with them across the pond.
Yeah.
Needs to stay at the Walter K.
Didn't want to look up pronunciations on any names before we
No,
started talking about it. We were just like,
no. I'm thinking it's Walter Kerr, but when I started saying it, it sounded weird in my head. So it's okay. Oh, what about the end credit scene?
I talked about it.
You did? No. Oh, I
Thing
thought
I
you
was
meant.
talking about when I cried.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's not
yeah.
like a scene, it was the video.
I thought you were talking about. I thought you meant the one where they all have drinks.
Oh,
Which I was like, did it seem like every single person in that audience had a drink?
yeah,
Like they planned that.
probably.
And then raise your cup
Yeah.
when everyone else does. Which it was sweet, even if it was staged. I liked it. So, do you get out of 5 stars? What do you give it, Lily?
I've,
5? How
yeah,
about out of 10?
probably 10.
This was a whole thing.
I
Like,
really like the show, and I feel like they did a really good pro shot of it. So I feel like it's a solid It's a solid 10,
Yeah.
10 out of 10 for me.
Well, I hope Desmond gets to see this. Did you get everything about Persephone?
I mean, I could talk about her for ages, Mother. She's my favorite character in the show.
Are you fangirling?
No,
I think you are.
just a little bit.
Was she
Uh,
always, wait, did you always like her or like you always liked the character Persephone
like okay, when we say character Persephone, you mean from
from
Hadestown?
Hadestown?
Yeah. And then it got bad more when we saw it on Broadway because I
It
did
wasn't
really
this,
like
was it Amber then?
no,
Oh, okay.
someone else who did a good job. She, not as good as Amber Gray, but she did a very good job.
Okay.
Um, I don't know. I like the character.
Okay.
And then Amber Gray just did such a phenomenal job with the character.
Hmm.
And every single time the camera cut to her, I was just like, all right, that's another knife in my heart. Uh, she's really good at doing absolutely devastated. Uh, the end of, I mean, honestly, all of Chant, whenever we were with the Hadestown people, it was so good. And there were moments in Chant where it was like, you know what song Chant is, right? Do I need to tell you what song Chant is?
Go ahead and tell me.
Okay.
Pretend I
Chant
don't know.
Chant is we have Epic 2 where Orpheus sings, and then we go into Chant, which is like cutting back and forth between the underworld with Hades and Persephone, and she's like, what the hell have you done to this place? And then we cut back up to Eurydice, who's not having a great time and is trying to get Orpheus's attention, and it's not working.
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And she's
Yeah,
hungry and
yeah,
cold.
yeah. Those are the things that she's singing. Uh,
Chanting,
but
if you will.
yeah, if you will. I mean, she doesn't do it's not the workers are chanting.
Right.
Um, but there was like the the acting between Hades and Persephone was so good, and there were times, I think it was probably on the last, not the very last verse, but like the last main verse that they have,
Hmm.
where like he was like reaching out to her, and like she was about, I don't remember if she was like reaching for her hands or for her face. I don't remember. I think it was face, but I could be making that up. It could have been hands. Um, and then she like pulls away right before they go into her verse, and like it's gonna have to look at the song lyrics, and because like he has a line and then it cuts and it goes back to Eurydice.
Hmm.
um and like so it kind of like they kind of freeze, they don't fully freeze. um and they're like in the blue light when it's not their turn, and they're
Hmm.
kind of like that, and then when they go into, and then so Persephone starts the next verse that they're in Hadestown, and so then she like pulls away right at the start of the verse, and like her face every time during that, it was like she was like doing like slightly disgusted and slightly irritated. And then when Hades has the line of like the if you don't even want my love line, and he's like, I'm gonna go get Eurydice. And like she's going into the ground and he steps off of it, which a little worried about him doing that in the movie.
Yeah.
It's a moving platform, but it was fine. It was solid. Um, and like her face and the emotions as she was just as she was going into the ground was like it was so good.
Mhm.
And then How Long was good. That's also on my list of favorite songs. But
I mean, how many favorite songs have you listed now? Four?
I've said two. I've had two
Oh,
favorite
okay.
songs.
Oh, we only have less than a minute.
Yeah, I see that. I said Epic 3 They Danced is really up there, and then How Long is right after that. You definitely can't tell who my favorite of Hadestown are based off my song choices. They're definitely not the same two people in both songs. Oh, I liked the candle. Um, always impressed when they get that on the first match.
Man, I had the same thought.
Like,
Because I have to light all the time at church every Sunday for bringing in the light, and I never get it on the first light.
and she had to do it twice in one song,
And
and
she
she
got it
got
both
it
times.
both times.
Hmm.
But then I also liked like how Hermes takes it from her and it's lit until she goes to the underworld, and then he blows it out right before Wait For Me starts.
Mm.
And I really liked, and like you kind of notice it on stage because there's not a lot happening when you see it,
Hmm.
like if you were to see it live, but like they did a good shot of that. And then at the end, going from Road to Hell reprise into I think Bows, how they did just like a zoom up on the camera flame when like it was all black while they were
Mm. Hmm.
getting ready for Bows. Um, I really liked that, and I feel like it was a good transition piece
Hmm.
for that. Um, and then I liked, is that okay? I know they did it. I feel like they did it twice where they had like the camera angle looking up at the balcony. And I think they did it right before they introduced Hades and Persephone, the
Hmm.
like up camera angle. And then the there were some good shots of them on the balcony, like the one during the first epic where it's like they're over his shoulder, and then during epic one, um, where he's singing about the sun and like Persephone being in the sun or whatever.
Mm.
Uh,
Hmm.
and then like they had like there was a good close up on like her standing up and being in like this golden sunlight, and then you could also see like Hades's reaction to Persephone being gone, even though they were both still on the same balcony. And I really like that. And then my instinct is it's during uh chant reprise would be my guess. Because I think that's when Hades is on, or during Papers, when Hades is on the balcony and Orpheus is on the ground, and there were some good ones of like Orpheus is back while he's turned to look up at Hades and like an up camera angle there, and those were some really good ones that I enjoyed.
Mm. Hmm. It seemed like they had 1,000 cameras.
For sure.
I mean, like, didn't it? It seemed like there
Yeah,
were so many angles.
yeah. Oh, they stuck with, and I don't remember though when we saw it on Broadway what Hermes lyric in the opening in Road to Hell, where he's introducing the chorus and the band. Um,
Mhm.
in the cast recording, the Broadway cast recording, it's there's like it's a line of like brothers and sisters, boys and girls. And
Mhm.
then I think they changed it for the UK version because they had a woman playing Hermes. Um,
Oh,
yeah, as like the original Hermes was a woman, I'm
oh.
pretty sure. And then I think the current Hermes on Broadway is not a man. Not positive on their gender though. Um, but so they changed the lyrics slightly for that, and so it's like instead of man with feathers on his feet, it's like God with feathers on the feet, and they don't say Mr. Hermes, they just say yes, it's Hermes.
Mm. Okay.
But then they also changed brothers and sisters, boys and girls, because the whole line is like, you can tip your hats in your wallets. Um, and then it's the brothers and sisters, boys and girls. So they've just changed it to give them your pennies, give them your pearls, or something like that.
Mm.
And so they kept that lyric change in for the pro
Like,
shot,
why would they change that? What's wrong with keeping the boys and girls?
just making it not gendered.
Oh, okay, okay. All right.
And I don't, and like it's possible it didn't have to do, like it probably didn't have to with the Hermes gender. They were just like doing tweaks for Hermes's gender, and
And
they
then
were
they,
like, let's do this line while we're here.
yeah. I mean, that's a good point. Um, what was the Hermes when we were there? Because we were just there 6 months ago. Is it different from,
Yeah. Yeah,
oh,
well, because the 6 months ago, I think the whole cast left in March of like the
oh, did
main
they all
cast.
leave at the same time?
Not always, but I feel like this past turnaround, they were all
Like,
around the same
like
time.
when, who did we go see? Wolf,
Jack Wolf,
Jack Wolf, when he left, everyone left?
I think so,
Hmm.
or right around the same time, maybe
Hmm.
like a couple days early.
Hmm.
And then so now there's a new cast, and I think it's been that cast since March.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
Did did you get a preview that they're gonna do a sixth
yeah,
version? Which I mean, I'm sure it'll be good,
yeah,
but it's just a concert.
yeah. Fun show, but
I mean, I guess as long as they do a good job filming it, which, you know, I feel like you said, Hadestown was a lot better than Merrily
yeah,
on the filming.
yes,
Nothing
100.
against Sondheim or
No,
Jonathan Groff or Daniel Radcliffe,
nope, just the filming.
just the filming. Whoever was in charge of that.
You didn't make me cry at the end, and that's your fault.
Right. Yeah. I
Uh,
I think I did cry.
I mean, I was okay. When I say cry, I mean there's tears out of my eyes. Sometimes there's tears in my eyes, and I'm just like, I just got teared up, but I didn't
Right.
cry.
Right. Big
Um,
levels.
you know, they didn't show. And what I'm also mad about is I don't know if there's any pictures of the thing at the end of Merrily either. Because, like, I tried to find a picture and they've got a picture of the moment, but it's just a close up on Jonathan Groff. And I'm like, I don't need a close up on Jonathan Groff crying.
Wait, what do you mean a picture?
Like they didn't take production photos that have been posted.
Mm.
No, none of that moment.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure probably the lighting designer has one. I hope. They better have one.
You can watch it now on like Prime or something, can't you? Marilyn?
Uh, I don't know.
I started watching it one time, but then stopped. I don't know. I love it.
I'll probably watch Hadestown when that comes to streaming.
Yeah.
Can do a close up analysis.
You can like pause and just stare at Persephone.
Okay, listen. I don't want to pause. She's moving her face. We can't pause.
Slow, put it in slow motion or something.
Just do a Persephone edit of the
Yeah.
Hades number.
Edit together all of the good facial expressions that she does.
Listen,
That's
she was
gonna be funny.
really good, and I really liked the character.
Did you like Persephone before Hadestown?
Um, yeah, but I feel like I didn't like read, mostly read, probably read is the correct word. Or consume a bunch of like retelling stories where she's like the main
Mhm.
character,
Mhm.
and then like mythologic. Like I don't have. Sorry, give me a second. Um, super like strong feelings about most of like the Greek myths or characters or gods
Mhm.
in a way that I do about Persephone and Hadestown. Um, so yeah,
What about the
but
Roman gods?
not the Roman. They've just got such stupid names.
What about the Norse gods?
We don't need to talk about them. You don't need to hear my thing about the Norse gods,
A
mother.
whole nother hour.
About the specific. Anyway, um, there's one specific one, and I feel like the other thing I really like about Hadestown, Hades and Persephone, both of them, is that like it's a good and nuanced and complex take on their relationship.
Mm.
Because I've read a couple Hades and Persephone retellings, because it's you want to do like a dark romance kind of vibe. People love to do that retelling, or and so people like to redo retellings of it, and I don't like a lot of them
Hmm.
because it's like it's not nuanced or complex, and they kind of just have to change. They have to change the story, and like to be fair, Hadestown doesn't really get into the whole kidnapping part of the myth and
Well,
the
that's what I was gonna say. Isn't the
wrath of
original that
Demeter.
Hades just steals her and
Yeah, well,
like, does
yeah.
she have any agency in the original?
No. No. There's and like there's different versions of the myth that are older, and and I'm trying to remember the video I've watched on this, but where it's like she may have had agency in eating the pomegranate seeds that like enabled her to come back, or like made it so you have to be here for these 6 months.
Hmm.
So like she may have had agency in that, but it was a kidnapping
Hmm.
that may or may not have been approved by her father. So it's like a era appropriate, like um, but
Is
the
her father
retell
Zeus?
some versions her father Zeus,
Okay.
and so Zeus is like, yep, go right ahead. And then her mom's not a part of the conversation.
Of course not.
Um, and a lot of retellings like to do a Persephone just chose to go there,
Mm.
and then try and make Demeter, her mom, look like the bad guy because she's just like an overly controlling mother. And I mean, she's not in Hadestown, but they don't make her look like an overly controlling mother. They love to do a this is a feminist retelling of Persephone because Persephone has agency. At the same time, the character in the kidnapping of Persephone story who does have agency, Demeter, they just take away all her agency. Um, which is the one of the musicals we listened to in the car on the way to Minnesota. I'm sure you remember all the musicals we listened
Oh
to.
yeah.
The Mythic, which is also Hades and Persephone retelling,
Hmm.
vastly different. I don't like the music as much because it's much more poppy, which
Hmm.
is not my fan. Not a fan. Um, but I do like the way they do Hades Persephone because they actually explore Demeter and Demeter actually doing shit, which is good. Um, but yeah, no, I liked so I was kind of like I've always liked Hades and Persephone in Hadestown because it's complicated and nuanced,
Hmm.
and I like that. And
Hmm.
it's like it's an original take that you don't see a lot in stories.
Hmm.
And that was the point I was getting at.
Okay, but let me circle back. You just said you don't like the pop music, but you like Six.
I don't I don't it's not like in all of my playlists or anything.
Okay.
Like I like Mythic and I've listened to it a couple times.
Okay.
It's just not like I love this music divorced from the show,
Hmm.
and I listen to it over and over again. Some of the songs on that one, I'm just like, we're just gonna skip that one. But
Okay.
like Hadestown is more folk
Hmm.
jazz, which is more my speed.
Hmm. Fair enough.
Yeah. I tried to put a request in with Desmond. I was like, hey Desmond, if you're taking requests for musicals, can you write a folk one? Desmond, I need you to go listen to Benjamin Button, and I need you to go listen to Ballad Lines, and then I need you to go write another folk musical because they're really good, and I really like the music.
He still has to write a lot of songs for the Birds Will Sing one.
Oh, it's just Persephone has a verse in Chant Reprise that I really like, and
Mm.
then it's not in, and then they cut it for Broadway, and it makes sense with the flow of the song for how they had it for Broadway.
Mm-hmm.
And I get why they made the decision, but I like the verse.
But you're still angry about
I'm not angry about it, just a little upset.
it.
I think I feel more strongly about them taking out the verses of turning than I do about them taking out this verse.
Okay.
Because for the verses of turning, it still sounds wrong to me. But like for them taking out changing the chant verse, they like the song was restructured slightly, and so it wouldn't make sense with the song as it is now.
All right. Well, thanks for talking to me, Lil.
Of course.
I'll see you in 2 days.
I really feel like I had more to say.
Too
I
bad.
filled an hour and 30-minute long car rides.
Talking to yourself out loud.
I think the thing is though I did say most of the things I wanted to say about the pro shot specifically. My other things were things that were just like story, and so that's not important.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, if you think of anything that needs to be added, I can like write it on the screen.
You just need to fact check me on some of the things I'm
Oh yeah,
saying.
I will.